Alex, what's going on? I'm trying to bring this a little bit closer just so I can see. What's going on? Day's going good, man. Day's going good. We're just getting ready to record our live podcast right now. You guys are on live right now. So you're going to tune in for the show, little morning show action. Yeah, what's up, guys? So we got 13 people in here right now. Yeah. What's up, guys? It's been a week. We've been banned again. We got banned again. For nothing, essentially. Just super frustrating, but yeah, we're here again. Just something that was said in a live stream that wasn't even... It got flagged as harassment and bullying, and it wasn't even like directly said to anybody like seriously. It was just something that was said. It's stupid. Whatever.
Not even worth getting into.
No, exactly. So, yeah, guys. So we're gonna do. We want to start off with some promos today, right?
Absolutely.
So we want to start off talking to you guys about what happened over the weekend. It's obviously Halloween weekend, right? Everybody's out, dressed up. You know what I mean? It's a big, big weekend for everybody every year.
Yeah, how was everybody's Halloween?
Hope everybody's Halloween was good. Ours here at Fresh Pulls was pretty damn good. The boys, Maddie and Jesse, really went all out and pulled off this really solid Island Boy Fly Soldier and his brother costume pair thing.
They absolutely killed it.
That killed it. That really, really, really killed it. They definitely committed. I respect anybody who commits fully to like... just fully sends it on anything.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? If you fully send it on anything that you're doing, I respect it. And one, they looked the part, like, fantastically well. Two...
a little too well.
A little too well, to be honest with you. Yeah, they absolutely looked the part. The costume put together, shout out to BJ's sister, Amanda. She's like a wizard at everything she does. It's like she's good at everything she does. She's, like, great with, like, the design in this place. She's a great baker. I could tell you she was like in the beginning, she used to bring by like cupcakes and cakes and shit, and I would scoff those bad Larrys. They were so good. And apparently she's a great like personal designer as well. So they looked phenomenal. They really did look incredible. If you guys saw.
If you haven't seen, by the way, go check it out.
Absolutely. Joey, what's up, man? How you doing? If you haven't seen it, guys, throw the shares out. Throw some likes in the chat for us. We haven't been on in a week. I know we haven't posted a ton. So, yeah, if you guys don't mind doing anything you can to help this the live stream, that would be greatly appreciated. But, yeah. What?
Huh?
Something happened?
No. You're good.
Okay. But, yeah, the boys.
What?
Hi. Holy shit.
God, that's just the worst,
I know.
It?
Just a bag of shit. A real bag of shit.
Wait a minute. I got something for that.
Do you? Yeah. We have a sound bite for him.
Jeff's a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, JJJ?
I mean, they didn't
J-I-J-I-J-I. What's going on? How you
I'll
doing,
make sure that gets cut in when we put the video up on YouTube.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing is, and it hit the way they wanted to. Like, they posted the TikTok. I think it's at like 7,000 views, one of them, which is nice. It's cool that like that type of content that's not like that's not really typical of what we post still did well. You know, it still got some shares. It got like 30 shares. I was looking at the metrics. It did really well. Usually when you do something like that out of your algorithm, it totally flops.
Yeah,
but
I've been telling people this is not a sports card company.
Yeah, right.
This is
exactly.
a multimedia experience.
What's up, Berna? How you doing? What's going on? And yeah, it just they just nailed it. They got loaded with compliments and picture requests when we went to Encore and stuff. They just killed it. They really did a good job. And like I said, I respect anybody who fully sends it that hard and just commits to it. You know what I mean?
And go to a casino.
And goes to a casino. And a night, not only a casino, we were in like Memoir. We were in a club.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so it was, all girls in like cute outfits and stuff.
Dude, you have no idea how upset I am that I couldn't have been there.
Oh, you should have came. I would have been better.
There was nothing I could have done. There was nothing. I had a previous commitment, and it's the way it is.
What was the commitment?
A stupid party.
Is it your wife's friend?
Yeah, it always is.
Really? Why is it always
because my friends don't do stupid shit.
Really? So you're always getting dragged. Oh, the Halloween party is stupid. That's fun.
It wasn't that I got dragged. Like, it was a good time. How was the crowd? Wasn't going to Encore with a bunch of guys looking like Island Boys.
But how was the crowd at the wife's Halloween party?
It was a mustache convention.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the crowd wasn't bad. They were nice.
So the people,
I went as Ted Lasso, though.
Was it, which, by the way, you probably nailed. 2, was like, is it just like a very like polite party, or is it like adults sending it that like don't have other responsibilities?
Nah, they were, they were incredibly normal.
Really?
Yeah, like normal people.
That kind of sucks.
But it was okay though. Like I didn't wanna like pull the pin on the grenade.
But here's the thing: is if I go to a party, right? If I'm going to something like that, I want to see at least one person do one stupid thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can always be that person.
Yeah, but no, I'd rather. You know what I'm saying? You want to be there and observe somebody else's lunacy.
Want to be the only guy?
No, well, you want to see something. I want to see something like fun happen instead of a bunch of people just like standing there like with their arms around their spouse and just being like, "Yeah, so our cat." Like,
I know,
you know what I mean?
I know. It's just, you know what? You get to a certain age, and that's the parties you end up going.
I know, dude. That's what's terrifying, bro.
Oh yeah, you can see your own death in it. It is.
Yeah, it's terrible. So.
It was a good time, though.
No, I'm glad you guys had a good time. I'm glad you guys had a good time, honestly. What else do we have going on? We have some new content stuff that's been launched, guys. Our Twitch channel is live now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you guys need to know all this stuff is coming. It's coming. And we're really pumping out content on YouTube now.
Yep.
We're getting the podcasts out. All the stuff is happening.
Yep.
And I mean, we're going at a lightning pace here. It's a lot to do. But you guys need to, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you're following us on all social media, because it's going to get all pushed through there, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. And we have some awesome stuff coming for you guys, like the Discord channel. We're going to be on Twitch playing games, just in-shop video. We're still going to be doing card stuff, all that good stuff. But we got a lot of good content coming, guys, so make sure you keep up to date.
We absolutely do, guys. It's right now, what you can do to support us right now is go subscribe to our YouTube, like and subscribe. You guys know the phrase. Jump right on YouTube at Fresh Polls. There'll be a TikTok posted about in a couple minutes if you guys need some frame of reference. Spotify is where you can find our podcast, but you can also find those on our YouTube channel. Yep. So you can find the podcast, this one, the one we do tonight, and then Bert and Maddie whenever they just decide to record one. All on Spotify, all on YouTube. So go check both of those out. Our Instagram is at Fresh Polls. Can always go support that. We've been on that more often, posting reels and such. Excuse me. And obviously the TikTok is the mecca. You know what I mean? Like it's our main hub of everything. So if something new happens, content-wise,
I'll appreciate the follow, bud.
You'll hear about it on here. You know what I mean? So, like I said, Twitch is at Fresh Polls. You come in the shop all the time.
Oh, word, man.
Awesome, Dumpy. Love it. Yeah, like I said, guys, you'll see us on Twitch, which the channel's already live, isn't it? Is it not?
The channel's already live.
So you can go shoot it a follow.
So we got the OBS working. You can shoot it a follow. You can do all that good stuff, and then you'll get, hit that notification button. You'll get notified when we're up there. It's going to be really cool. We're going to be doing all kinds of gameplay stuff.
It's going to be dope.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be dope. I can't wait to get my hands on that personally, from a personal perspective. That's going to be fun.
I know you're a video game guy.
I know. And yeah, that pretty much covers promo, right?
That's it.
That's pretty much it, right?
Without any further ado.
Yeah, without any further ado. Let's get into this week in football, everybody. How are we feeling about this week in the NFL? I can tell you right now, how about them Jets?
How about them Mike Whites?
How about them Mike Whites? How about the influx on that card?
I mean, that's just insane.
That is bigsheesh.net.
You know that those cards would just burn in a hole in a shoebox somewhere.
Is he a rookie?
No, he was 2018.
Oh, so he's been here for a while.
2018 was his rookie class.
Holy shit.
So
nobody has that rookie card lying around. That got thrown away immediately.
Yeah, no, they have it.
Really?
They have it. They have RPA. There's RPAs out there and all kinds of stuff.
And you could have bought them for what, $85 going into this week?
Dude, you could have bought them
less?
for $20.
$20 going into this week. Sheesh, guys. Oh my God. Is that the come up of the year so far?
It's got to be.
Is Mike White cards?
I can't see anybody else shooting up like that.
It's unless Trevor Siemian snaps in New Orleans for some reason. That's the only thing I can see, maybe.
Who are we talking about? Alex, we're talking about Mike White and the Jets and the fact that his cards, just the amazing spike that they got after his after he's been doing well, but I think it was that Philly special, man. I mean,
yeah.
Anytime you're a quarterback who comes off the bench like that, nobody's expecting anything, and you catch a pass in the end zone.
But how about you guys? We're also forgetting about Michael Carter. He had like 3 touchdowns. The running back, their other rookie running back.
Oh yeah.
So there's some.
But I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like Zach Wilson's got all this hype. He goes down. Mike White comes off, and you're like, oh, okay, that's the end of everything. And then bam. So you can't like that. That's
right.
That's a story. You know
yes,
what I mean?
And I'm just saying that like for right now, I'm talking about from like a rookie card perspective.
Yeah,
you want to snag a Michael Carter, right? Or if you've had Michael Carter, he was an interesting...
I don't know if you want to snag him now.
No, right. I don't know if you want to snag him now, but if you've held on to him, because he's been in every product.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
He's in everything.
If you've opened up boxes and you just got cards lying around...
yeah, like somebody definitely has to have like a couple of rookie autos of Michael Carter lying around.
If anybody rips some boxes or packs from 2018 and you just put them in a box and threw them in a closet, look through them. Because if you have a Mike White in there,
yeah, right,
this is the time to put that thing on eBay. Right now.
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing, is what happens when Zach Wilson comes back? What if this guy Mike White plays well again next week and you win?
I don't think that there's any way you can... I don't think that there's any way that you can keep Mike White out there.
No, you have to. Otherwise, you're just showing that you don't care. The worst thing that could have happened to the Jets is for this kid to be good.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
The worst thing that could have happened to the Jets is that this kid's good.
As an organization, yes.
As an organization, you just created. You have 87 million other problems.
Yep.
Now you have 87 million in one. This kid, Mike White, being good is literally bad for like the future of the team. Because if he's better than
it stands right now,
100,000%.
Yep.
100,000%. The worst thing that could have happened was him like absolutely balling his balls off, and shredding. And not only that, it's not like they beat the Jags, dude. They beat the Bengals. Oh no, did they lose to the? I'm sorry.
No, they beat the Bengals.
They beat the Bengals.
Yep.
Bengals are like a top 10 team in the league right now.
Yeah.
Maybe top 5.
Yep.
The Bengals are the team of this year so
far,
which
balling,
is crazy.
T. Higgins looks good. What's up, Jets man?
What's going,
Jets man? Are you excited? Are you excited about Mike White?
Talk to us right now about Mike White right now, because we're talking about Mike White like everybody in the national American media is right now. So, Jets, listen. This is my take right now on Mike White. Mike White being good, if he ends up being good, is like the worst thing that could happen to the Jets. I'm not kidding. Like the worst thing. I think he should start too. You can't bench if he keeps playing good. You can't bench this kid. You can't. You're just gonna show your fan base you truly don't give a shit. I'm sorry, but you can't. You cannot.
Yeah.
If Mike White continues to, dude, and how many points did they put up? Wasn't it kind of a shootout?
It was. I mean, they only won by. I think they only won by a couple.
No, they only won by a field goal, but didn't they win like 34-31 or something?
It was something like that. It was up there.
So this kid put up points.
Sure did.
It's not like he won 14-10 like some game from the 50s.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I know.
This dude shot it out with one of the better teams in the NFL, and a rookie running back, an O-line that stinks. The Jets' defense is decent. People are give them shit. They're decent.
They're okay.
They're not bad. They're definitely the strength of the team. And his best receiver is like Jamison Crowder.
Yep.
They have no tight end. Like
it's
just like I don't know.
What do
you do in that? Right, 34-31. Right, it is right. Okay, what do you do with Mahomes? Was he ass again last night? They only won by what did they put up? 20 points.
Oh yeah, no. This is just a bad year, straight up and down.
This was due to move on from Mike White really quick, or to segue at least a little bit into Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yep.
Listen, I've said this since day one about the Chiefs. Okay. Just like every Andy Reid team ever, he's the most overrated coach in the history of the NFL. I don't care what anybody says. I will never be a big Andy Reid fan. I'm just not sold on Andy Reid. The Chiefs, listen to here, chat. The Chiefs are the worst good team I've ever seen in my life.
Fair.
They don't play good defense.
Yeah.
They're undisciplined.
They are
and their offense is completely one-dimensional, and they can't run the ball.
Not anymore.
It was going to catch up to them eventually. You could not have Patrick Mahomes running around playing backyard football for his entire, hopefully 20-plus year career and expect that to work out. Tyreek Hill, whether people want to admit it or not, is a super boomer bust commodity. He's got all the ability in the world to go out there and be the best receiver in the NFL every single week.
What do you mean? What do you mean by a little over?
What do you mean by a little over, Hunter? The Jets will never do the right thing. They need a new owner. I think they need Woody Johnson back. You heard it here. AFC champion, whether lose, win, I don't know. They're going to wake. Okay, so you think they're sending it to the AFC championship game?
Who?
Paul McGlashing in the chat says the Chiefs are going to the AFC championship.
Oh, you're saying overreaction? Okay,
but an overreaction in terms of what though, Hunter? What we're saying is that the Chiefs. I just think that it's being. I'm not saying the Chiefs are finished as a team. There's too much talent on the offensive side.
They're having a bad year.
They're just having a bad year, and they were going to be due You know what sounds really weird, and this might be an overreaction. I would give Andy Reid maybe one more year, or maybe see how he feels at the end of this season. I think a coaching change is in line.
There's no way.
I think it is. I 100% think. But Tony, you have to remember Andy Reid.
An overreaction about Andy? Oh man, I think that's probably where he was.
What?
He's saying that you were overreacting about Andy.
I think Andy Reid's the most overrated coach in the history of the NFL.
Andy Reid's pretty bad, man. I mean,
he's the most overrated coach ever.
I don't know about ever.
Not ever, but who's more overrated than him?
I mean, I'd have to think about it.
Right. I think it's Andy Reid. I really do.
Does he really get all that much credit, though?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody hands it all to Mahomes. I know that. But do they talk about Andy Reid in the same breath like Brady Belichick? I don't know about that.
Travis Kelce is playing like shit and putting no effort into his play. Here's the thing about this is where I've drawn the line on Travis Kelce, right? And this is why Travis Kelce, in my eyes, will never beat out Gronk in any category. Okay? Why I would pick Gronk over Travis Kelce every time. Gronk brought it on every single play. Did you ever see Gronk take a play off? Did you ever question anything about Gronk?
I don't know, man.
That kid played hurt for 2 years.
I know. I loved him so much.
Gronk is my favorite football player ever.
Oh,
I say this all the time.
Oh, what I'm saying is I can't stand him now.
Why?
I just can't stand what he.
Well, the USAA commercial is the worst commercial I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
that's brutal. That's brutal.
I mean,
whatever.
Say what you will about Belichick and the way he kind of sheltered his players and wouldn't let them do promotional things and everything like that. I think in a lot of ways that does help a little bit because you can kind of be a little cringy if people don't.
Someone said Jeff Fisher is the most overrated coach ever, but I think Jeff Fisher is known as being the most mediocre coach ever, which he is. I think Jeff Fisher, he was the epitome of. I will say this.
Jeff Fisher wasn't ever highly rated.
Yeah, nobody ever thought that Jeff Fisher was the second coming of Marv Levy or something like that.
I agree with you. I agree with you that he's. Oh, you're saying Jeff Fisher is bad? Yeah, no, but not overrated. Everybody knew that Jeff Fisher was nothing.
Yeah, well, I will say this though, that Titans team in '99 was awesome. The one that went to the Super Bowl against the Rams.
Yep.
I loved that Titans team. That was my team in Madden. They had Steve McNair, Eddie George, Frank Wycheck, Kevin Dyson. They were. Did they have Javon Curse at that time playing DN for them, or did he come in a couple seasons later?
Not sure.
The Freak, remember the Freak? The Freak was awesome.
Yep. Jesse, Gronk loved to block. Yes,
Gronk did love to block. Yeah, exactly.
Huge underrated,
absolutely
stat ability, whatever of tight ends. Everybody thinks that tight ends are out there to catch balls.
Right.
That's not what they were traditionally there
100%.
for.
Tight end. Gronk was a fantastic blocker. I say this about as of tight ends right now. Right. I would put. If you're going to put, I keep telling people this, Darren Waller is right even with Travis Kelce. So Darren Waller is a better athlete and better one-on-one going up to catch a one-on-one pass.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce's a better route runner and has better hands.
Did.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. Is he playing great? No.
I still put Travis Kelce up there. I do respect the hell out of Travis Kelce. I think he's a great player, and he's definitely going to end up being a top 5 tight end of all time. I think Gronk is the best tight end ever. I really do. I really do.
You might be right there.
Tell me another tight end that if you're in the Super Bowl.
No, I mean I'm not saying that you're not right. I just can't stand his personality now, so it's hard for me. No, you're right.
Right.
Separating the player from the personality, yeah, he's a fantastic tight end. And he had a great attitude playing for the Pats, and
absolutely.
He did love to run block, yes, Jesse, and that's a hugely, hugely underrated thing about tight ends.
And I say this all the time. Somebody said Kyle Rudolph. What is that now? What is that now? You can't come into the chat in the top 10
is that
tight
just
end
because you're a fan?
conversation
Is that just because you're
and drop Kyle Rudolph on us like that? You want to talk about guys made of glass? Kyle Rudolph is like one of the all-time glass players.
Yeah.
Who's the all-time glass list?
All-time glass list?
The all-time glass list? I'll tell you right now who a couple of mine are off the bat.
Skull. Oh, okay, you're a Minnesota fan. Gotcha.
All right, he's a Minnesota guy. I get it. Okay, so hold on. All-time glass football player list.
He has great hands. Okay, but
a lot of guys have great hands.
Like we were saying in the Gronk conversation, did he block?
Rudolph is a decent
to block?
The biggest problem with Kyle Rudolph is he wasn't on the field. He's not on the field enough. That's his problem.
Carson Wentz, did they change him to a tight end?
He's someone said Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham was good for like 3 years.
I like Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham is the most annoying football player of all time. He was loaded with talent and just for some reason couldn't replicate what he did in New Orleans.
Rudolph can block. He's clutch too. Okay. I mean, maybe I haven't been watching him closely enough. I probably haven't. I mean,
where is Kyle Rudolph? I thought he retired.
Did he?
I thought he retired. Or did he sign a 1-year deal somewhere? I mean, we all forget about Tony Gonzalez too. Tony Gonzalez was phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Just a guy that did everything.
Oh yeah.
I put him as the second best tight end of all time.
He's with the Jets now?
Is he really?
What? Did he play the other night?
Antonio Gates is a top 5 tight end for sure. I don't think he's the best tight end ever, though.
Yep.
No.
Gates, yeah.
Top 5 for sure. Antonio Gates was a beast. He had a great run. Antonio Gates was a lot of fun to watch.
Kyle Rudolph is on the Jets.
Sheesh. That's a big sheeshington right there.
Top 5 quarterbacks of all time? My God, man.
I'm going to go Brady.
Okay, so drop that in here like an anvil.
That's fine. It's Brady at 1. It's Joe Montana at 2. It is Dan Marino at 3.
I was going to say, you better say Dan.
Dan Marino at 3. It is 4.
Jason Witten. I am a big Jason Witten fan.
4. Who are we going at 4 for all-time great quarterback? You'd have to put somebody like this is an interesting one for 4. Oh, John Elway would probably be 4 for me.
Yeah.
I'd put John Elway.
That's the same
at
class
4.
as Marino. So
yeah, same era as era.
I can't stand John Elway. Like I always go Marino over Elway.
Why can you not stand John Elway?
He was just that like pretty boy type guy, and Dan Marino was from Pittsburgh, and like
Dan Marino was a pretty boy too, though.
I'm not saying he wasn't pretty. I'm saying that like John Elway was like that California type kid. And he put up all that shit. He didn't want to go to that. Who did he not want to go play for?
The Colts.
The Colts. He didn't want to play for the Colts, and he was a big baby about all that.
That's fine, but if guys did that back then.
Peyton Manning. Oh yeah, you didn't say Peyton Manning.
Oh, Peyton Manning would be 5.
Peyton Manning would be 5?
Yeah, Peyton Manning would probably be 5. I would say, yeah.
That's rough.
I don't think it's rough.
Dan Marino's the best quarterback to never win a Super Bowl. Yes.
That's absolutely 100%
that's
correct.
not, yeah, well, that's not debatable.
That's absolutely 100. Most fun to watch, Mike Vick. So listen.
Okay.
All right, Brett Favre. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I loved Brett Favre when I was a kid. I loved Brett Favre.
Brett Favre was a stud.
Brett Favre was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
When I think of an old school football player, just a gunslinger quarterback, Brett Favre is the first guy that comes to my mind. Because he went out there every day and he was just friggin' throwing it, man. He was just slinging it. He'd run if he had to. He took a ton of hits. He was tough as shit.
He was tough.
Didn't he have the record for most consecutive games played for a while?
Mac Jones.
Someone said Mac Jones. What was I going to say? Most fun quarterback. You want to talk about a fun player to watch? I'm not going to listen. People forget about Mike Vick and how much he was a phenom.
Well, he was the first guy to like do that.
Well, you had guys like Randall
was a
Cunningham
pioneer,
and yeah.
though.
Well, you had guys like Randall Cunningham, Fran Tarkenton used to run a lot.
Not quite.
No, not
quite.
No. You're right. I'm not saying they were applicable.
Randall
to
Cunningham, yeah.
I'm not saying they were applicable to Mike Vick. They weren't. Mike Vick was 7 times the athlete those guys
Moss
were.
has fun players to watch. That's good.
Moss was a shit ton of fun to watch.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I say about Randy Moss.
We're laggy.
Are we a little bit? Oh, maybe, whatever. All right, so here's the thing I say all the time about Randy Moss. Whenever anybody talks about the greatest receiver of all time, you need to take into account that there's rarely a bunch of guys, there's really not a guy that does everything a receiver is supposed to do all rolled into one player. Everybody just has these aspects of it playing the receiver position and the intangibles that make them great. For example, let me explain. Calvin Johnson is probably the best one-on-one receiver to go up and just win a ball, a 50-50 ball.
Okay.
Well, not 50-50. If it's a guy against Calvin Johnson, if it's one guy against Calvin Johnson, it's about 90-10.
Calvin Johnson is great.
2 guys, it's 80-20. 3 guys, it's 70-30. Calvin Johnson is the best one-on-one receiver I've ever seen to go up and win a ball that you just throw up to a guy.
Yep.
Randy Moss is the best burner I've ever seen.
Ray Lewis, oh man, Ray Lewis is just a monster.
So Randy Moss was the best burner I've ever seen. Just a guy that could just take off and just gas anybody on the field.
Pure burner.
Not a great route runner.
Nope. No.
Not a great route
all
runner.
Day.
Goes not a great run blocker. But just send Randy, go tell Randy Moss, Randy, turn on the Jets and just blow by everybody. And he would. And he had great hands too. You used to watch him go up and snag balls with one. He did, Tony. He used to go up and just pick balls with one hand.
No, I know.
And just reel that shit in.
The biggest thing that I remember about Randy Moss is him running for Tom Brady,
right,
and him just putting it right into his basket,
right,
like just perfect throws.
Now here's the other. Now the best route runner hands combination I've ever seen. Jerry Rice.
Yep.
Jerry was the best route runner in the history of the NFL. And he had great hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was the embodiment, the consistency. He was it's like Jerry Rice and then like Larry Fitzgerald right below him.
I do like Larry Fitzgerald.
I just don't think Larry Fitzgerald had the championship. Obviously, he doesn't have the championship pedigree that Jerry Rice had. Yeah.
What if Tom Brady never got a chance? Well, I mean, what do you mean, what if?
Someone said Chris Carter for sideline catches. Chris Carter was a great receiver. Chris Carter was phenomenal. I mean, yeah, listen, he's right. There's a reason the term mossed is a thing.
Oh yeah, no, that's a thing.
That's a thing. That's because of Randy Moss. That's when you have a term coined after you, and it's like a very distinct action that everybody who's watched football for years can sit there and tell you just got mossed.
Yeah.
That's when you know you've really impacted the game.
Yes, when you become a verb.
Right. like what people say in hockey, like, in Gretzky's office.
Yeah, exactly.
Guy sitting behind the net just looking to make a play. Exactly. That's how you know you've really impacted the game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Would you rather have Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence, or Justin Fields? Mac Jones. Mac Jones 10 times out of 10.
Mac Jeezy, man. Mac Jeezy is really Justin Fields, I think, is in the worst possible offense you could have him in right now.
Yeah.
If any Bears fans in the chat right now, you got to. If there's one coach that you could fire right now and instantly see an improvement on the team, it's Matt Nagy in Chicago. 100%. If there's one coach in the NFL you could fire and see a difference. I said this
last week. I'll say it again, and I'll say it every time Matt Nagy's name was mentioned.
Yep.
When I saw him on the sideline, the first game of the season for the Bears, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "There's no way."
You thought they fired him?
I could have sworn. I didn't. I feel like I didn't even need to follow the news.
Right.
I was like, I don't even need to follow it.
You just unplugged immediately, and you were like, "This guy has to be shit canned." Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If there's a team right now that you would, I got to say, but you know what though? Out of all the coaching hires in the NFL that happened this season, you know what's funny?
What's that?
They all seem like they all made the right coaching choice except the Jaguars. Urban Meyer's the worst hire of the year.
Oh, he's terrible.
Terrible.
Absolutely terrible.
Urban Meyer's the worst hire of the year.
Did you see some of the Urban Meyer couples costumes by
hilarious.
the way? That was killer.
Hilarious.
I wish I thought
Absolutely
of it.
hilarious.
Interested in a Minka Fitzpatrick, Devin Bush auto mini helmet? No, man. Generally, we don't do too much in the way of memorabilia.
And then it's like, you got to think about it. I mean, you could. I think the verdict is still out on Sirianni in Philadelphia.
Yep.
I think that team could have been better than what they are. He just refuses to give Miles Sanders the ball, which blows my mind. They just aren't using Miles Sanders at all. I don't get it. Is it because Is it because he drafted Kenneth Gainwell? What's the deal there?
Jeez, I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying. No, I'm just talking just talking out loud. I don't know. Sanders is a good back. He's a little dainty, but he's a good back. Like, if I'm Philly fans right now, thank you, October House. We got Philly Fig. You got to give fucking Miles Sanders the ball.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got to do something. Jalen Hurts is his first year as a starter. You just got Devontae Smith in there, who's your most promising prospect. Devontae Smith has surprised me a lot this year. I thought he was 100% going to be like a kind of like he was prone to be a bust.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
The guy that coached the Bears this week, right? Does Nagy have COVID?
Yeah, he does. I forget who the guy that filled in for him was this year. It was like his assistant coach or some shit. I forget who it was.
His sister is your friend? That's awesome.
Philly had potential. Exactly. Philly had potential. Philly could have. I'm convinced Philly could have had won 2 more games than they've won this year. And in the NFL, that's a lot.
What do you mean by QB redraft? If we redrafted QBs, you're saying if we redrafted QBs now, would they have gone in the same order? No, of course not.
Mac Jones would have been first. You can't, but listen, Mac Jones also went to the best team of anyone that selected a rookie quarterback. So you can't really you can't say that the Patriots roster is far and away better than the Jags, is far and away better than the Jets.
Yep.
Is far and away better than, who else am I forgetting? The Bears.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but
you know what I'm saying?
He's saying so if we redrafted QBs now, what would be the order? I understand why you would say Mac Jones first. That would be my inclination too. Is that I would say, knowing what they know now,
that's
Mac Jones
answer,
first.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it is the easy answer.
Right.
Because they're all rookies.
Absolutely.
They're all rookies. Like, Trevor Lawrence is going to be a great quarterback. He's just not there yet.
Do you know what Trevor Lawrence would have done?
Zach Wilson will probably be a good quarterback. He's just not there yet.
Do you know what Trevor Lawrence probably would have done if he got drafted by, like, the Saints? And he had Sean Payton there helping him?
Yeah, no, I mean...
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I mean.
Right.
So it's hard to say, but, you know... You say, people would take Mac Jones, but if you can't put the team around Mac Jones that the Patriots can.
Crazy card lady, what's wrong with your Chiefs? We'll go back over it really quick for you because we love you. Shout out to Crazy Card Lady, by the way. Whole shop loves you, Kim. The Chiefs were a one-dimensional team that just got figured out right now. And it's going to be up to, I don't know if Andy Reid is the guy to like reprogram that team.
You hung your hat on Mahomes.
Right.
And now that he's not there every single play, you don't have anything else.
They've never played good defense. They're undisciplined. They take bad penalties. They can't run the ball. Their offensive line is mezza morta, to use a Italian phrase really quick, which means so-so, by the way, which means like just nah. And I think the NFL is a league that is a league of adjustments. I think pro sports is all about adjustments.
Of course.
People will figure you out.
Problem solving.
It's problem solving. People will figure you out.
Yep.
And because you have Patrick Mahomes running around playing backyard football, throwing sidearm bombs down the field for 50 yards, they haven't been able to draft a secondary receiver to Tyreek Hill. Another problem. There hasn't been a single. There should.
This is what I'm talking about. Like,
right.
They were banking everything on Patrick Mahomes will just make it happen. He'll just go out there and whatever we give him, he'll make it happen.
Right.
And now that isn't happening,
right,
it's panic button time.
And here's the thing that doesn't make sense about Andy Reid, which is why I don't think he's the guy to turn it around.
Solid wide receiver too and a running back. Yes, absolutely.
So listen, this is the thing. The friggin' Chiefs should be the easiest team in the NFL for a second kind of random guy to come in and just absorb those, that when Tyreek Hill's getting double teamed, just like it happens in Pittsburgh all the time. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? When Antonio Brown was there, look at Juju Smith-Schuster. Now that Juju Smith-Schuster's in the wide receiver one spot, you got guys like Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool. Mm-hmm. Devontae Adams. There's always some guy that kind of makes his name after Devontae Adams a little bit. The Chiefs are the easiest team to develop a wide receiver two with. All the space is there. Tyreek Hill draws the eye of the whole defense.
I mean, easier said than done. You don't know.
Not really, but like a guy like McCole Hardman, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? A guy like McCole Hardman, step up. One of these guys. Sub Pringle, the other guy Pringle, Single my Pringle, whatever the hell that guy's name is.
Single my Pringle.
There's some guy like Simon Pringle on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Did Tennessee pick up Adrian Peterson? Yeah, they did.
Like, what's going on? And then Andy Reid, you coached and you drafted and developed Brian Westbrook, a phenomenal receiving scat back who was a great back for years, borderline Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your running back? You missed it. People also forget. Everybody talks about the Patriots drafting N'Keal Harry. They missed out on A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, and McLaurin, right?
All true.
All true. Who did the Chiefs miss out on at running back when they drafted Edwards-Helaire in the first round? Go look at that.
Do you know? Right off the top
yeah,
of your
right
head?
off the, like DeAndre Swift.
Okay.
Who else? James Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Taylor.
I know, but like this hindsight, it's.
But I'm just saying.
I know it's always 2020 though,
listen,
dude.
no,
Like you
not,
can't.
But it's not a hindsight thing. It's still a fair critic when it's still impeding your team.
I'm not saying it's ever not a fair criticism. I understand that it's a fair criticism. I just don't. It's.
But I'm just saying
too hard
when
for me to get to that place.
No, I know that, but when it's still impeding the team, it's going to be talked about until it's not a problem anymore, right?
Correct.
So, in other words, if Clyde Edwards-Helaire busted out and the Chiefs had some random guy that they drafted in the 5th round that was like just a solid running back for them, this wouldn't be a conversation. If the Patriots had some random Julian Edelman guy that stepped up, nobody would give a shit about N'Keal Harry. You know see what I'm saying here?
Yep.
Same thing with like the Mitch Trubisky thing with Josh Allen and everybody that went after him, whoever went after him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dalvin Cook stinks.
Dalvin Cook does not stink.
No.
Dalvin Cook does not stink.
No, incorrect.
The Vikings are the epitome of NFL mediocrity. That's the problem.
Yeah, let me tell you something right
That's
now.
the problem.
Everybody loves to blame running backs when they don't have holes or space.
Right.
How do you what?
You know
That's not their job.
You know what the problem
That's not their job. Their job is to make a move upfield. The hole needs to be there. The space needs to be there. And that's the line.
1,000%. And you know what else the problem with the Vikings is? How about your quarterback sucks? How about Kirk Cousins sucks? Out loud. Your quarterback sucks.
He's fluky.
Fluky isn't good enough.
I'm not saying it's good enough. I'm saying that's what he is.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
When your quarterback has one good game every 5 games, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's an issue.
Yeah, 100%.
And you got talent on that offense. You still got Thielen. You still got Justin Jefferson. You have Dalvin. I mean, you're there. You got a nice 3-headed monster there. You got 3 damn good players. You get 2 top 20 receivers in the league, and you have a top 5 back.
Yep, absolutely.
If I'm the Vikings,
JK, the stats are they're there. Yes, like his stats probably aren't good, but I'm saying that if you don't have space as a running back, that's not your job.
No, it's not. But it's also up to the coach to make an adjustment. If you're having running trouble creating holes on pure power, try a zone run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Try a different approach. Sling this guy out of the backfield. Do something. You know what I'm saying?
Critique the New York Giants?
Okay,
How much time you got?
We might have to bring in Responsible Rob for this. We have a resident Giants fan here. I'm going to tell you really quick.
Responsible Rob is eating.
Yeah, I know, but he's fine.
Look at how happy he is over there eating.
Look at his beard. Adam's here, guys.
Crazy Card Lady, you have a great day.
Everybody's staring.
Thank you. Oh, God. He just can't help it.
So listen, here's the thing about the Giants. I'm going to tell you right now. 1, they've drafted horrendously. They can't draft. You with me, Tony?
I'm with you.
They can't draft. The Giants cannot draft. They can't draft. I'm sorry. They just can't. Who's the guy that they've developed? Like who? Sterling Shepard? Barkley was. I don't care what anybody says. Saquon Barkley was a waste of the 2nd overall pick.
Well, now the fact that we found out he's made of glass, yeah.
But that's what
I don't
happens.
think before that he was a waste of the pick.
Listen, the only running back that has justified his draft position, I would say, in the last 5 to 6 years is Derrick Henry. No, I'm sorry, not even Derrick Henry. Ezekiel Elliott.
He's the only one who has solidified?
No, the only one that has justified his draft position.
Okay.
Derrick Henry was a second-round pick.
I agree with that.
And that guy is on a different level from everyone. Jonathan Taylor was a second-round pick.
False, what's up, boy? How you doing?
What's going on,
Good
False?
to see you.
Kadarius Toney is going to be good. There is not... The thing is, I actually like Daniel Jones. I like motherfucker Jones. I really do. I like Daniel Jones a lot. I don't think he's the Giants' problem. One, as much as I want to root for Joe Judge, I don't know that he's the right guy to coach that team.
Okay.
I never understood a special teams coordinator, all due respect to special teams coordinators, getting an NFL head coaching job.
What?
What do you mean, why?
Well, why not? You put
Tony,
in your due.
Tony,
just because you're not running the defense or the offense doesn't mean you don't know what's going on.
I would prefer my head coach to know what's going on with one of them. If I'm an NFL head coach, you have to acknowledge that special teams is the third most important thing on your team as far as scheme goes.
Okay.
That's why I think the teams that find those really good special teams coordinators do really well, because they're able to get that third and polish off that third aspect. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean you need it. Yeah, I mean I guess I never really thought about it. You probably are right there.
I've
never really actually considered that. I've never considered the acumen of a special teams coordinator becoming a head coach and where the complications could be in that. I never considered it.
Yeah, and I'm just saying I would rather take a defensive coordinator or I'd actually rather like a quarterback coach. Look at Brandon Staley with the Chargers right now.
Yeah.
He was McVay's quarterbacks coach with LA.
Yep.
And Justin Herbert hasn't really missed a step, and that team's pretty good. People thought they were going to suck.
Not bad.
And I got to say, if there was a head coach that I didn't think deserved to get fired last year, was Anthony Lynn for the Chargers, because I actually liked what he did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. The Chargers look pretty good this year, though.
That's what I'm saying. I think Brandon Staley's done a pretty good job with the Chargers. A special teams guy. I'm sorry. I'm either taking an OC, I'm taking a DC, or I'm taking a guy that. How do you think Adam Gase got friggin' hired in New York, in Denver?
I think he hypnotized them.
That with his weird eyes.
Yep.
With his weird eyes.
There's no other explanation.
Peyton Manning loved him. That's how Adam Gase made an entire career, and he was an absolute moron.
You know what? Peyton Manning's usually pretty good at that.
Yeah,
type of stuff,
legit.
But,
Is Tua the QB of the future? I still don't know, which is aggravating in year 2.
He is out of all these young quarterbacks, I feel like, to me, Tua is in the most gray area of all of them.
Oh, absolutely. Tua is the gray area.
I can't get high on him. I can't get low on him.
I agree.
He's just right there in the middle, and I can't even think about him half the time because I don't know what to say.
And here's the thing. You want to talk about the most aggravating team in the league? The Dolphins were supposed to be way better than they were this year.
Sure.
Way better. Brian Flores got that team to what, 6-7 wins? Didn't they win like 5 out of their last 7 games or something last year with half the talent they have this year?
Yep.
They should be way better. And they're ass because he won't run the ball. He won't.
Yep.
So, again, Flores, another guy. I always root for the Patriots guys.
Would you take Hurts over Tua?
Yes. Yes,
Probably.
I would. Yes, I would.
Probably.
I would. I would take Tua. I mean, I would take Jalen Hurts over Tua. Yes, I would.
What do we think about Pittsburgh? To be honest with you, I don't think about Pittsburgh very often.
Okay, so what do I think about Pittsburgh? I will tell you this right now. 1, you got to draft a quarterback. You probably should have drafted one last year, to be honest with you. You probably should have drafted one last year because Mason Rudolph stinks and whoever else you have behind him stinks. If you're Pittsburgh, you need to find a quarterback this year or make a trade for one.
I don't agree with you, Steeps, but I like that phrase.
So here's the thing. I want to see what the free agent market looks like coming in for quarterbacks if I'm the Steelers, right?
Yeah.
I want to see what the free agent market looks like if I'm the Steelers coming in. I want to see what Aaron Rodgers does in Green, even though it doesn't. Again, Green Bay, we're doing the same thing. They sucked in week 1. They were ass in week 1, and now they're ripping.
Well, that was such a weird game.
And now they're ripping.
I almost don't even count it. It's like so strange.
And now they're ripping. Look at, they're tearing everybody up.
Of course.
They're shredding.
Yeah.
They haven't missed the friggin' beat. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see what he does. Is there a better football market to play in other than Green Bay? Think about it.
I mean, not really.
No. I consider it the mecca of American football. Forget the Cowboys. I don't know why people like the Cowboys are America's team. I never understood that. By the way, listen. I will tell you guys this right now. Best long-term success, T-Law, Fields, Wilson, Lance, or Jones. Mac Jones. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Mac Jones, you know who's second? Trey Lance. I like Trey Lance a lot. You know who I don't like? Kyle Shanahan. What an absolute clown.
Yeah, he's a clown.
What an absolute clown. What is this? What is that kid doing?
I don't know.
Does he even know?
Yeah.
What is Kyle Shanahan? They have talent. That team is good.
Sure.
They have a good defense, which I feel bad that for all you Niner fans out there.
Oh, man, we got some pumpkins? What does that mean?
Thank you for the pumpkins, God. It's just a nice little thing. It's like a little free token thing that you can give money. Yeah, thank you for the pumpkins. Appreciate the pumpkins. Hold on. Is Jesse trying to get into this live right now? Hold on a minute.
He's in here.
No, it says invite Jesse. Oh, it's just saying it because he's a mod. I got you. Okay, sorry. I didn't care. I would have accepted if you wanted. I just didn't know what he was trying to do. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. I say Mac Jones as well.
Yeah, Mac Jeezy as well for me.
And honestly, this isn't some weird because I'm a Patriots fan thing either.
No,
if there was somebody better, I'd tell you. Mm-hmm. I wasn't completely high on him until he started playing either.
Right.
So
I like
Shanahan is an overrated dude. Shanahan is an overrated human being. Like I don't know. Like yes.
What's the big Kyle Shanahan game so far?
I don't know.
Is there a trick that he pulled out of a bet? What's the big Kyle Shanahan game? I don't know that there is one.
I don't know. He's very stubborn and doesn't adapt. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, which is
that makes sense.
Which when you haven't won shit in this league is kind of a bad thing.
I know.
Hasn't won jack shit.
Stubborn coaches who haven't done anything is the weirdest thing in the world.
And who's the second most stubborn coach that won't change anything and is holding his team back because of it? Mike Zimmer in Minnesota. Just that old man from the 70s. Get your ass in there, boy. Get out of here. Yeah,
he's one of those win one for the Gipper.
Yeah,
type
like
coaches.
win one for the exactly. like the second wannabe coming of Newt Rockney or something. It's like get out of here with that shit. What is that? Yeah. Like what is that?
Do I think the refs are getting too soft? No, I just don't think that the refs know what the rules are, and I don't know if the people who made the rules even know what the rules are, and it's just really confusing.
Someone said thoughts on Cam Akers traded in the offseason. Because I think Darrell Henderson's had a really good year. I really do. Darrell Henderson's had a really good year. I think it's now his job to lose, which is the unfortunate part of the NFL. It happens. Some guys get hurt. Guys perform well. Guys don't have a spot the next year. What are you going to do?
We got about 10 minutes hanging on here.
Do we? I mean, can we get more time? Do we have to get off? I don't know. We got tight. I know. Yeah. Who's Spencer Rattler? Whatever. It's fine. Okay.
You don't know who Spencer Rattler is?
Who's Spencer Rattler?
He's coming up. Is he going to be in next year's draft? I think so. He's okay. I think he's a good quarterback. I did like the show.
Who does he play for?
I like the show that he was on. He's OU. Yeah,
OU. Oh, is that the kid that took the team out of his bio and shit?
That's the kid from the QB1, the documentary on Netflix.
You leaving? He's just going to smoke a cig. Sorry.
Yeah, he was on the documentary on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
He's interesting. Oh, he got benched?
Sheesh.
Yeah, I don't know. He had a lot of hype.
Backup took his spot. Listen.
It happens.
Tua took Jalen Hurts' spot. Where did Jalen Hurts end up?
It happens.
The NFL. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
He's another Johnny Football fluke. Okay.
Is he?
Maybe. I see him being, I mean, he has the same personality. He has a very, very similar personality to Johnny Football.
I was never in on Johnny Football from day one.
Bull.
Never. I wasn't a huge fan. I thought he was a D-bag. I thought he was just a loser.
Everybody thinks he's a D-bag because he is.
I really, you know what I mean?
Spencer Rattler kind of has that same aura, if you will, about him. So, yeah, I do have a bad taste in my mouth for guys like that.
Can we talk about the Bengals?
I really respect humble football players. It's one of the things that I like.
I respect guys who produce, honestly. I don't care if you're a douchebag or not. I really don't.
I mean, that's fair enough.
I just if you can back up what you say, no problem with it. I think everybody's I think when athletes start conforming their natural personalities to be something they think they should be, it takes away a conscious effort from them putting in their best effort into what they're supposed to be doing. When you just let guys flow and be themselves, it's one less thing they have to worry about managing, and they can just play.
You're right. I mean, I'm definitely not a proponent of running your football team like the military.
100% I disagree. Yeah, right. I agree with that.
I'm not that kind of guy at all.
I agree.
Because it isn't.
No.
It isn't the military. It's a goddamn game.
Right.
So, needing to police people you need to police. And
running the military needs to be run like a military. There's no room for error.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's none. You're fighting for human freedoms, not to beat Chicago in week 8. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Who is Caleb Williams?
I don't know who Caleb Williams is, guys.
I like Jake Fromm.
I think you see
he was in the documentary too. It was him, Spencer Rattler, and this other kid.
Wait, Jake Fromm was in the QB1 thing?
Oh, was he?
No, Jake Fromm's been in the league for that can't be right.
He was in something. I remember seeing him.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Sheesh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, was it the QB1 documentary or was it something else? I forget. Pretty sure he was.
What did you think about all right, to talk about the Giants really quick.
Was awesome.
To finish with the Giants really quick.
Before Rattler.
Yeah, I don't know where the Giants are headed. I don't know where they're headed. They're another team just stuck in purgatory. Mediocrity. They bring it some weeks, they don't. So the last thing I would want to be right now is a Vikings, Bears, Giants, Dolphins fan. I think those are the 4 shittiest fan bases to be a part of right now.
I would have said Jets before this weekend.
Or yeah, right.
But the Jets were just much fun.
No. I still would not want to be a Jets fan.
But dude, I'm a Patriots fan, and even I was a Jets fan for a little bit in that game. 100%. I was all in for Mike White. I was having a great time.
Most frustrating team this year to watch, though, Cleveland.
Frustrating?
Yeah, they should be way better than they are.
Yep.
Run the goddamn ball.
Yep.
You can't have Baker taking a step back year in year 4. You can't have it.
Can the Titans stay solid without King Henry?
Yeah.
Good question, though.
I do. I think they have a good enough offensive line to be able to run the ball well enough. But he's such a safety net for everything, though.
I agree with you, but I think that's a good question.
I say this. I've been saying this, and I'm going to stay saying this. Derrick Henry is the best running back we've seen in the NFL in the last 20 years. It's not a hot take. It's not outlandish, not clickbait. I think it's legit. I think Derrick Henry is the best running back we've seen in the NFL. Just
another 3 seconds on that one, and I agree with you.
Who else? Adrian Peterson is the guy right behind him.
I just said I had to take a second. I had to look up at the ceiling and think about everyone who
No, I know. I'm just talking from
my head. But you're right.
It'd be Adrian Peterson for me, right behind Derrick Henry.
Thoughts on the Adrian Peterson pickup? I mean,
I think you know what? Adrian Peterson is going to come in shape. Chris Johnson, absolutely not. Chris Johnson was good for 5 years. 4 years, not even. I think less, 4 years. CJ2K had a good little fun prime.
Where was he?
Tennessee.
Oh, right.
And then he went to the Cardinals and sucked. Yeah, right, exactly.
Yep.
Derrick Henry's the best running back we've seen in the NFL in the last 20 years. Absolutely. And before that, it probably would have been Walter Payton for the previous 20 years, in my opinion.
They should be passing it more anyway.
Who's this? Tennessee? 1,000%. You're correct.
Yep.
1,000%. That just go and that's just. But that's listen. That's how much faith does Mike Vrabel have in Ryan Tannehill?
I don't know, but I have a lot of faith in Mike Vrabel.
I do. I like Mike Vrabel a lot as a coach. I'm not going to lie. If Bill Belichick wasn't coaching the Pats...
Hold on. Steeps. Adrian Peterson is better than Henry?
Well, Adrian Peterson has a bigger sample size, so that's not an outlandish take. It's not an outlandish take.
I'm not saying it's outlandish, but I don't think so.
I don't think that you see...
How big is my personal collection? About 10 cards, Christopher. Don't have a big PC.
What was I going to say? Yeah, mine's like 5 raw cards, so that's super neat.
I got about 10 slabs.
Yeah, legit. You got to think, Henry's been good for, 3 years now?
Yep.
A monster for about 3 years now?
Yep.
And I still don't think he's hit his... And he sat for a year.
What's up, Bookie?
He sat for a year, right? So... behind Peterson, I'm going to put LaDainian Tomlinson.
Okay. Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Last 20 years.
Yep, I have no problem with that.
I'm going to put LaDainian Tomlinson behind Adrian Peterson.
Yep.
My opinion.
Baker Mayfield or Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow.
Yes.
Joe Beasy. Give me Joe. I love Joe Burrow. I love what I'm seeing out of Joe Burrow.
You just think, no, I feel you, Steeps. I feel you.
Yeah, 100% Steeps. That's why I said you're not, it's not an outlandish take.
No,
it's not a crazy, it's not a crazy take.
Especially if you're a fan of his.
Yeah, it's not a crazy take to say AP's better than, AP's a Hall of Famer. He's arguably a top 5 back of all time. I think he is a top 5 back of all time.
Oh, yes.
AP?
100%.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 1,000%, dude. So many running backs had great... By the way, you know what's a disturbing stat? Did you ever look up Terrell Davis's career stats that he's in the Hall of Fame?
No.
They're so unimpressive. Pull them up on your phone if you get a chance.
Yeah, but what is he... what's the other factors in there that
he won the Didn't he win the Super Bowl MVP one year?
Yeah, but that's not enough.
No, but I'm saying he ran 1 year for 2,000 yards.
Yeah, no. Oh,
and then
I remember when we were talking about this.
He has 7,000 career rushing yards.
I remember when we were talking about this.
Literally he has 4 seasons over 1,000 yards.
Yep.
One of them is a 2,000-yard season.
Yep, I remember this.
He was in the league for 6 years.
I remember that.
How is he in the Hall of Fame? Tell me. That is insane.
I don't know. Jones or Burrow? Hard to say.
It's hard to say. They're neck and neck right now.
Hard to say.
You have to think that Mac Jones is in the better coaching spot, but listen, you have to give credit to Zach Taylor again this year.
I mean, Ray, you can say Burrow. I don't know if it's Burrow for sure.
Yeah,
but
you don't know.
Burrow by miles?
No.
I don't know by miles.
Don't know about by miles, no.
I mean, I agree with you. I think that he definitely could be.
But listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. If you went and asked Patriots fans, hey, Cincinnati just offered you Joe Burrow from Mac Jones straight up, I'll drive to Cincinnati and pick up Joe Burrow right now and get him
Joey
down
right
here.
over.
Send Joey Beasy right down here.
Oh, for success now?
No, I'm saying just in general.
Well, then you're saying
a long-term career.
So then you're saying that he has. Then you're saying that he is going to be better than Jones.
No, I'm saying what you have a better idea of what the future is going to be.
I understand.
With Joe Burrow.
What type of guy he already is.
Exactly. You already know what kind of guy this dude is. He's already played basically his rookie year.
Yep.
He's in his second year.
Yep.
And he's carrying that. He is everything you want in a quarterback. He's tough. He's not a douchebag, but he still doesn't sugarcoat stuff. He's like a real dude.
Yep.
He has a great arm, composed in the pocket. He can extend plays. Joe Burrow's got everything you want in an NFL quarterback. He's literally the prototypical NFL quarterback. They don't build guys like Joe Burrow anymore, I don't think. Joe Burrow reminds me of a guy from the 80s.
Sean Hannigan. Oh, man, hook that kid up with a band.
Wow. If you told me right now to swap me, the Patriots could swap Joe Burrow for Mac Jones for Joe Burrow.
The Patriots offense have no weapons.
I wouldn't say they have no weapons.
They don't have very developed weapons.
But they don't. The problem is they don't have the weapons that can break a game.
No, not at all.
They don't have an individual playmaker.
Not at all.
A game breaker. They just don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm not saying you need Randy Moss, but Randy Moss is a game breaker, right? Yeah. Even Julian Edelman was kind of a game breaker.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like a game breaker. Yeah,
Julian Edelman was
a guy that could take over a game. They don't have that. They have good skilled players. They have decent
I would love to have Julian Edelman back right now.
Yeah, 100%.
It would make my whole life if we could get Edelman back in that slot, dude. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, was he such a phenom there?
Yep.
Nobody better in the slot.
Even though I never liked Wes Welker, I would take. Actually, you know what? Wes Welker's probably my most disliked Patriot maybe ever that was good. I was never a Wes Welker fan. I never liked his personality. I didn't think he was a winner. I didn't think he was good in big games. I like Julian Edelman 1,000 times better than Wes Welker.
I like Amendola better.
Than Wes Welker?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I don't care how many yards Wes Welker caught for. I don't care. I always thought he was a loser. Never liked Wes Welker as a player.
I feel you.
Never. I know he hasn't been good in Chicago this year, but I think Allen Robinson, yes, I agree with you. If I was the Patriots, I would have reached out and asked about Allen Robinson. 100%. 100%. I think Allen Robinson is one of the... Troy Brown is not better than all of them, no. Justin Herbert or Patrick Mahomes?
Herbert.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going Herbert.
I think Justin Herbert's the second coming of Dan Marino. I've been saying this.
I think that Patrick Mahomes regressed a little bit this year, honestly. I think he's going back to doing those.
But in theory, that could happen to Justin Herbert. I mean,
I'm not saying I'm not saying it can't. But if you're asking me right now, I feel like Patty took a step back this year. Those weird rookie got to get rid of it throws for some reason instead of just holding on and going to the ground.
I think it's his team. I think it's way more the team than him. I'm not putting any of it on Mahomes. I'm just not.
You're not putting any of it on Mahomes?
Not. I'm saying I meant all of it. I'm not putting. It's not Patrick Mahomes is holding this team back. It's not. The roster composition is ass. Their coach is one dimensional. It's not Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry, it's not. Yep. They don't have the defensive line to compete with teams. And that like a defense that can keep them in games. I would not have paid Patrick Mahomes $40 million a year. It's like 40% of your salary cap.
Yes, you would have. Yes, you would have.
But like,
if you had a Chiefs crest on your lapel and you own that team, yes, you are.
But
you have to. What else are you going to do?
I know, but why?
You don't have a choice. I'm not saying it's the right. I'm saying you're handcuffed. I'm saying you don't have a choice.
But you are, but how do you not negotiate a lesser hometown discount with that kid? You know what I'm saying?
Because he was like the face of the NFL.
I know he is, but it's just like I don't.
You can't do that with him.
Someone said
Aaron Hernandez was on a trajectory to be one of the best football players ever. Mm-hmm. Right here, right now. One of the best football players ever. What a shame. What a shame.
It's a total shame he turned out to be an absolute loser.
What a shame.
An absolute piece of garbage. Like, he just turned out to be human just a loser. It's a shame. Because he had all the talent. He had all of the talent. A super unique archetype and makeup that was really, really hard to find that I haven't seen since.
Nope.
I haven't seen since. I think Aaron Hernandez would have been better than Travis Kelce.
I think he was the last of that breed.
Yeah, maybe. Someone said something. Hold on one second.
Thoughts on the Panthers?
McCaffrey needs to come back. McCaffrey needs to come back and be used 30% less than what he was being used at before he got hurt.
Yeah, he's just
or they're going to run this, or they're going to run this kid out of the league.
Yep.
30% reduction on his usage,
or early retirement. You choose
either or. It's either you use this kid less and work in the rest of your team, or give Chuba Hubbard more carries.
I love Hubbard.
I do too. Or
picked him up on fantasy.
Christian McCaffrey's going to he's going to retire at 27. 28 after his contract's up.
Yep.
or he's just going to end up just being forced to retire.
Yeah.
Through injury.
He's going to pull a Gronk, but he's not going to come back.
You can't give a 5'11", 190-pound kid the ball in the NFL every single play.
But why are we saying this about McCaffrey and not about other running backs?
But who's the other running backs?
Well, I'm just saying, like, every running back is getting creamed on every play.
The only issue, they're not being used as much as McCaffrey. Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't McCaffrey touch the ball in like 65% of Carolina's plays? It's some stupid statistic. It's some absolutely banana land statistic.
And why wouldn't you do that? Are you saying you don't want Darnold to have the ball?
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Sam Darnold is fine. I think he's fine as their quarterback. I love Sam Darnold. I'm rooting for him. I'm glad he's doing well.
I don't know about fine.
Sam Darnold is good.
I like Kyle Pitts. I like Kyle Pitts a lot.
I love Kyle Pitts. I don't like how he's being used this year, but I love Kyle Pitts. I do. What else was I going to say here really quick?
Yeah, we should start wrapping up here.
All right, wrap up is starting right now. McCaffrey's used too much. Yeah, absolutely. I think he's used more than any player in the league.
I'm taking Herbert long-term, Brandon.
Comp King is in the building. Jesus, Joey, what's up? Herbert over Burrow.
Just my opinion. I'm taking him.
I know it's tricky, dude.
Top 3 QBs in the league right now.
It's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady. It's Kyler Murray.
Yep.
And it's Matthew Stafford.
Hot take.
Not really.
I got you.
Stats.
I know. I love Stafford. Believe me, I love Stafford.
I think if you're looking at stats wise, you got to look at Matthew Stafford. Appreciate everybody who came out today. Do I think Cam Newton can come back? Absolutely not. Nope.
You're awesome, Lowcog.
Thank you, Lowcog. Appreciate you. No, I think Cam Newton is Dunzo. For Shunzo.
Dunzo for Shunzo? Mm-hmm. Really?
Yes. If the Saints, who just lost there are
appreciate the follow, Blue Mountain.
There are 50 NFL quarterbacks on rosters right now.
I understand. I think you're right. I hadn't really thought about it.
Yeah. Fitzpatrick got hurt.
Yeah.
What's his face just got hurt? Hi.
Fitzpatrick. I don't even think about the guy anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Exactly.
But I think you're right.
So that's going to wrap today's show, guys. We will be back tomorrow morning. How did you guys enjoy the show today?
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun.
Likewise. I hope you guys had a good time on the show tonight. I really do hope you had a good time on the show tonight. We'll do another live broadcast from our podcast tonight, right?
Yep.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Same, me and Tony.
Guys, come back for trade night.
We'll see you guys tonight going live for trade night. And
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe.
Absolutely.
All that good stuff.
Yep, absolutely. Guys, we will see you. Have a great rest of the day. This is Mark. This is Tony. We will see you tomorrow.
Love everybody. Bye.